Okay, everybody. Can you hear me okay, first and foremost? And good morning. We'll make a start. I've had the thumbs up from the guys at the back that we can start, which is being recorded. So my name is Julian Gibbs, and I work at Anglia Ruskin University within our Research Innovation Development Office. Thank you for finding the time to spare the next half an hour with us. We're going to talk about how you as a business can work with the university. I'm joined by my colleague Kirsty McKenzie, who's also a colleague of mine within the Research Innovation Development Office, and we work very closely with businesses across the region, across Essex and across the ARU footprint. We're also joined, we've got a special guest joining us today by my colleague John Parkin at the back, who I'm going to bring into the presentation later as a special guest, and he'll explain what he's going to touch on as well. So there'll be a series of slides. I'm going to hand to Kirsty. Kirsty will hand over to John and then come back to me. We'll try and wrap this up in 15 minutes to allow some opportunity for you to ask us some questions and to get some engagement about, you know, if you had any experience of working with universities and what that's been like, and things which maybe we can learn as much from you as you can learn from us. So I hope you find this as enjoyable as I hope we do as well. So thank you for coming. I'll hand over to Kirsty.
Hi everyone. So I just wanted to show an overview of the different types of opportunity, the ways that you can work with universities and Anglia Ruskin University in particular. There are lots of collaborative ways that we can work together. We've got a kind of research and knowledge focus. So what we want to do is help you get the knowledge and the skills into your business so that then you can grow and build from there. I don't have time to talk about everything today because there are so many things on here. So we just selected a few that we thought might be beneficial for you. So this is just what we're going to cover. I won't dwell on this too much. So innovation vouchers are one of the offerings that we have at the moment that are really popular. They are small funding pots that the university cover. So we give you up to £5,000 worth of time. That goes on to that pays for expert staff time from the university. So we match you up with an academic who has expertise in the field that you're interested in. These types of projects cover things that are innovative, so things that might be something like developing a new product or a new service, or you want to change something in your business and you want to see the effect of what that might have. So in return, we ask for a small amount of match funding and or some in-kind activity, which might be something like giving a student workshop or giving us access to some data or equipment or something that will be beneficial to the university as well as the business. Also the projects should be consultancy or contract research focused or collaborative. And I'll just talk quickly through one of our case studies. So one of the organisations that we worked with called Thrive and Enjoy, they're a company that's based just outside Peterborough. So they came to us and wanted some help testing one of their online education platforms. And we had one of our academics that worked with this company who did some research for them, and we also got some students involved who did some testing of the platform as well. And we had really good feedback from the company and also from the academic who really enjoyed working on this. And the company then went on to apply for larger funding pots. The next activity that we work on is knowledge transfer partnerships. So this is a partnership between a university, an associate and an organisation, which can be a business or a charity. The business can be of different sizes. And part of the funding comes from Innovate UK and part of the funding comes from the business or charity. So these need to have a focus on a challenge that is within the business that you're hoping to solve, or it could be a mini challenge that's set by Innovate UK themselves, and then you can work as a partnership on that project. They're normally 1 to 3 years in length, so you can have quite an in-depth project. You can have quite a lot done in this time, and the scope can vary depending on what you need done. So the focus on these is transferring skills into the business. So working with the academic at the university and the associate you get to keep that knowledge and that skill base and everything that you've learnt from the project, which can be really valuable to businesses. We do have a short case study, but it's a video which is quite long. So what we suggest is maybe if you could take a photo and you want to see the video, just type that in and you'll get, I think it's about 5 minutes long. It will go into more detail. But fundamentally, it was a case study with a company called Life. So they're a life sciences company, and they needed help developing their product and the manufacturing process. So we had one of our academics that worked with the business, and again, we had really good feedback from the business and the academic, and they have now gone on to apply for further KTPs with Anglia Ruskin University. And one other area I want to talk to you about is the Arise Innovation Hubs. Some of you might have heard of these because it's quite local to here. So we have 2 hubs. One of them is based at the campus in Chelmsford, and one of them is based in a business park in Harlow. And these are areas where businesses can get help with setting up. So it's normally small businesses that need a space somewhere that they can work from, a business address, but they also get support in terms of how to set up a business and what they should do, and it also gives them really good opportunities for networking. So we have a couple of our colleagues from Arise here today. So if you're interested in this, please get in contact or come and visit us at the stand in the Ambitious Essex room.
Thank you. Morning, everybody. I work on an initiative at Anglia Ruskin University called Live Briefs. And what I do is I bring together our students, academics, and external partners, external businesses, to look at real-life problems that are being encountered in the real world. Oh dear. So you've got a timer on. OK, I'm going to have to keep my finger on that. Right. In brief, a live brief is where a business, a charity, a non-profit organisation sets a problem for our students. They then work on it, come up with a solution, and then feed back to the organisation what they've discovered. There's no charge for participating in it. What we get is our students are developing skills that are going to help them get jobs in the future. That's what's really important. It's not a huge amount of time. There's a meeting to discuss with an academic what the brief could look like, how that could fit into the course, and then we'd ask the partner to share that with our students and then feed back to them about this is a good idea, this is not. So we do all sorts of projects right across the university, from horses to business to engineering to computing. So come and talk to me about it if you're interested. An example of this is, for example, looking at your organisation's website and social media, and then students could give feedback on it, getting the perspective of Generation Z, or as they are now, Generation Alpha, and then giving you that sense of what you could be doing. Also looking at a new product that you want to launch, all sorts of things. So yeah, just a little bit about live briefs. So I'll pass that on.
And there's a QR code here. So if anyone wants to pick up any further information, just pick your phones up, latch into that. John is more than happy to pick up any conversations on the back of the presentation, anything after today as well. This is really an exciting opportunity which the university's launched. We've engaged with tens of businesses across the region. So if you're interested, it's a great way in to work with the university. As John said, low risk, low value, great return for you as a business as well. So please get in touch. So one of the other things which the university has run recently, and some of you may have been on this or you might know about it, has been the Help to Grow programs funded by the Treasury. So the previous government decided that there were challenges around the management aspect within businesses. And we know the UK performs fairly badly around management in businesses. All the research shows that. So the previous government launched Help to Grow management course, which basically the Treasury funded 90% for you as a business to attend a 12-week programme. But even at 90%, a 10% contribution can be quite challenging for a number of businesses, especially been for the turbulent and challenging last few years. You know, we've had a cost of living crisis, we've had challenges around the pandemic. So the university has offered a bursary of 10%, so it covers the cost. So we're currently delivering this in Cambridge. So ARU works across Chelmsford, Cambridge, Writtle, which you might have seen. That's part of the ARU family. Small outlet in London, but also Peterborough. And we're going to run the final cohort because the programme will complete this year, unless the government makes an announcement in the budget, and I'm sure we're all waiting to see what the budget is going to say. So we're going to run the final cohort in Chelmsford, which will be, I think, in the spring, if I'm right. But there's information again on our website. Anyone's interested in about Help to Grow, please let me know. The courses run remotely and in person over a 12-week period, and you know it's just fantastic intervention and investment from the government. And there we go. So another aspect of the university is that we're very keen to ratchet up all our industry engagement, and this feeds into the presentations you've heard earlier about what we offer as a university to allow our students the right skills to work within your business. And we know that the majority of businesses within Essex are SMEs. So we need to equip our students to understand what the business landscape is, what the challenges you face. You know, on a Friday at 5 o'clock, you necessarily can't go home. If something comes through your inbox, you've got to deal with it. So what we've looked at is we need to speak to you as businesses to understand what those challenges are. So we've set 2 advisory boards up, which sit within the Faculty of Business and Law, a faculty that I support. So we set up a business advisory board, and they include a good mixture of different businesses, from startups to membership organisations, to a local authority to a large multinational. And then we've also set up a legal advisory board. So we run a law course through the university. So we're hopefully going to churn out the next tranche of solicitors, hopefully barristers. But one of the things that we try to get across to our students is that a lot of companies have a law component. So you're not necessarily going to do a law degree and then be a solicitor. You might go and work in local government. You might go and work for a multinational organisation which has got a legal component. So we're equipping those skills for our students. So our 2 boards help that. So making sure that you, as business owners, as founders, have the right people coming through the university, then eventually go into the workplace. So that's part of our commitment to growing our industry engagement. And part of that is that we are running a series of webinars. So another QR code, and not designed by me. So it's about talent. It's about growing talent, how you access that talent, how you find the right people to work within your business. So glad to see all those phones going. And it's free, it's all remote. And this will be the first in a series of webinars which we're going to run across the academic year. So please come along. You'll hear from our colleague Laura, who's actually with us today. She's on the stand outside. So she'll be talking about how this can work for you. I'm always conscious of time because I can see someone at the back looking at their watch. So, yeah, there you go. So, which is perfect timing because, there we go. So these are our contacts. And I always think the most important part of doing one of these sessions is to hear from you, ask some questions, some difficulties, some challenges. Have you worked with the university before? How would you want to work with the university? And we're happy to have that conversation. We're happy to look at anything which may be or something you want to explore with us. So there's myself and Kirsty's details. John, he's on LinkedIn as well, you can find him, and as are a number of our other colleagues as well. So we are partnership managers, me and Kirsty, but there are 4 of us across the university. We've got 4 faculties and we're assigned to a particular faculty. So if you're interested in science and engineering, we'll link you into our colleague Sarah. If you're interested in the arts, humanities, creative industry side, and that's a burgeoning sector, and we know that, especially around Chelmsford, then we'll link you in with our colleague Amy. So those are the details. Happy to take any questions. Any questions, any comments? Yes, sir, please.
Thank you. You talked about advisory boards.
Yes.
Are they meant to be sitting on the businesses' boards, or are they just sitting on their own?
So they sit within the university. Okay. So they've been established by the university, and the people who sit on the boards are businesses who we know and businesses who we don't know. And it's to allow the challenge to us as a university, as a faculty, about what do you as a business want. So the board is to help our curriculum, is to help all these programs, which were mentioned previously, live briefs, as a good example, placements, internships, but it's to help us around our research and innovation offer as well. So it's a challenge directly to us. So you as a business, if you were sitting, you might say, that doesn't work for me. You need to do this. You need to do more around AI, for example. I know it's very topical, but that might be an area which you might say, that's what I need in my business. I need support around that. I need the students who come out at the end to be fully equipped. So that's what they're there for. But no, thank you. I've got a few minutes left for any final questions. Happy to pick anything up on the back of this. The details are there. Happy to have any conversations as well. But if there's no questions, if there's no questions, do you want to just mention that?
So yeah, we've got this QR code which will link to a pamphlet which tells you about a lot of things we've spoken about today and many more things, all the things that are in the tree at the beginning. So I can leave this on the table at the back. I've also got some printed brochures and my business cards at the back. If you want a hard copy of that, obviously my contact details are on the slide. But yeah, do get in contact and we're happy to discuss things. If you've just got an idea of a project or something that you're considering doing, get in contact with us and we can help to discuss it and build the ideas from there.
Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the night.